The sun and the earth dance an eternal dance, woven into the celestial rhythm of the universe. Beyond time, since before the stars learned to sing, their steps have been joined, turning together in endless motion, as they always have, and as they always will. The sun is no mere flame in the sky, but a sovereign of fire, ancient and ever burning. A being of radiant will, he moves with purpose. His presence is both gentle and fierce. His breath stirs the winds of dawn. His touch calls the flowers to bloom. He is the bright pulse of the heavens, the golden rhythm by which all things wake. The earth is no lifeless sphere adrift in the void, but a spirit vast and wondrous. She is the divine mother, cloaked in forest and flame, in ocean and stone, her surface a patchwork of every color the spirits ever dreamed. Rivers run through her like veins, and life itself springs forth from her essence. She is the breath beneath all things, ancient, wild, and endlessly becoming. The sun, radiant and restless, watched the divine mother in her endless dance. He saw her forest breathe beneath his light, her rivers sparkle like scattered jewels, her fields stretch wide in vibrant green and gold. With every dawn, he noticed how his warmth stirred her life, how his gentle touch made blossoms unfurl and the smallest creatures awaken to greet the day. In the sacred exchange, a quiet wonder grew within him, a yearning not just for her beauty, but for the life their light together created. Slowly, softly, his admiration deepened, until it blossomed into something more, a love fierce enough to hold the world itself. So when the height of summer came and the earth bloomed in full splendor, the sun could no longer bear the parting. Each dusk felt like a wound, each twilight a theft of her presence. I will not leave her, he vowed. Not tonight, not ever again. She is never more radiant than beneath my gaze. Why should I dim when she shines so beautifully in my light? And so he stayed. Day after day he poured himself upon her. Unceasing, unsetting, undimming, at first the world rejoiced. Crops surged, flowers burst forth in riotous color, and the days felt endless and golden. But even sweetness spoils when it knows no end. Even light, unbroken, can begin to burn. What once was a gift began to tip toward burden. Too much of a good thing tilted out of balance. The grasses began to yellow, the rivers thinned to trickles. Beasts sought shelter from the sky, and though the divine mother said nothing, her skin began to crack beneath his love. She did not weep, she did not rage, she bore it in silence. It was the silence of withering, of resilience, stretched thin. The sun saw the cracks in her skin, the dullness in her rivers, the way her breath grew shallow beneath his blaze, and he panicked, for he remembered how she had once flourished beneath his light, how her colors danced, how her spirit sang when he touched her with golden fire. So he gave more and more and more still, trying to love her back to life, not knowing that what once healed was now the very thing that hurt. I give her all of my light, he cried. How can she wither? But the earth cannot thrive on light alone. She also needs the night. She needs the hush. She needs the time to rest. She was weary, her rivers thin, her roots curled deep in thirst, her skies aching for stars she no longer saw. Still she said nothing, but in that silence he finally heard the truth. What he had called devotion had become a kind of desperation. What he had believed was love had grown into a hunger to be needed. A shame fell over him like dusk, not because he had meant harm, but because he had not paused to see the harm done. And so, with sorrow and reverence, he drew back his blaze. He softened his fire, and for the first time in many days, he set. The night nurtured life back into the world slowly at first. The darkness softened the land's weary face. The stars returned, timid at first, then shining steady and sure. The rivers began to swell once more, fed by whispered rains. Roots stretched deeper into the cool, nurturing earth, leaves unfurled, reaching eagerly towards the gentle dawn. Life stirred softly, a tender pulse returning to the Divine Mother's veins. She breathed, a quiet song of relief and renewal that rippled through field and forest alike. Her strength returned, steady growth once again revealed in the patient unfolding of a world learning to balance flame and shadow, light and dark, rest and movement. From that moment on, the sun and the earth found their rhythm, a sacred dance woven through time and space. He rises with a gentle blaze, warming her world with life and light, then yields to the quiet of night, knowing she needs the hush to heal and grow. She spins beneath his glow, wild and strong, tender and wise, ever turning, ever becoming. Their love, tested by fire and shadow, grew stronger, deeper, and more enduring than ever before, rooted in patience, respect, and the sacred balance between giving and letting go. And so, the dance goes on. This is why we mark the day of Litha. Not just a celebration of the peak of light, but the turning of the wheel itself, a sacred reminder that even the greatest love must rest, even fire must yield, and balance is the heart of all things. Together, forever entwined, the sun and earth move to the eternal rhythm of the cosmos, as they always have, and as they always will.